Little beans, I hope you're all well and safe. Please ignore the state in which I'm currently in. I've just had a shower, but also I'm trying to like take out the bulk of the frame because my bedroom behind me is horrendously untidy, so I can only apologise for that. As you've already can tell by the title of this video, my skin's prone to breakouts. It started probably in around 2016-2017, my second year of university, where I had quite a lot of stress going on. My body's really reactive to stress, like I get my eczema when I get stressed. I've never known it to be what it is today and what it was then, but around this time when I had final exams that would lead to 30% of my overall mark when I graduated, I was working at a job and, you know, financial worries about, you know, being a student, but also I was looking for an industrial placement. Is that the right word? Maybe. My university offered a sandwich course, which meant that I could work in the industry between my second and my final year, which meant I got hands-on experience with things that I was learning, so I'm quite grateful for that. All of those four main factors that were happening, I'm sure there was other things, my diet to be one, all played a massive impact in that year, and from there my skin just started to break out all the time, like on my forehead. Every part of my forehead at one point was covered. Like my chin around here started. Now I never had it under here, and then in the past like week and a half it started to come under here, and it's just very stressful. But yes, so from 16-17 my skin started to flare up, and ever since then I've not been able to control it. I've been able to reduce the amount of spots that happen, and you know, ladies, I'm sure you get it, hormonal, once a month your face breaks out because of your period. That when I'm due my period, my skin is horrendous to the point where I don't actually want to go out. And do you know what I think it is? It's probably the world. Probably someone up there laughing at me, because I used to go around all the time going, oh, I'm so lucky, I have clear skin, I don't have to worry about spots, da, da, da. And someone went, oh, you've just jinxed yourself, lovely. That's probably what I think it is. My skin is very reactive depending on what I eat, depending on what I drink. Once again, like I said, I've got eczema, so my skin's quite dry anyway. While I'm happy with my routine currently, I know that there are areas that I could improve in. I know that there are things that I potentially have missed. However, for myself, I am happy with the routine that I've got right now during lockdown. It's something that helps soothe my skin. It helps reduce any inflammation, any redness that I've got. As you can see, the video you're about to see I did yesterday, so my skin has gone down quite a lot versus the day before. So I am happy with my routine. But like I said, I'm aware that there are things that could change. There are things that potentially don't need to change, and there are things that I've probably missed. But anyone who is watching this video knows, anyone that's got spot prone skin, hormonal spot prone skin, or yourself, you have it, then let me know what your routines are, because knowledge is power, and that, like I said, there's something that potentially I could have missed or someone else could have missed that probably isn't watching this video. So yes, with that, let's get on with the video. Okay, spoiler. This isn't part of my skincare routine. However, as this routine I do is once a week, I probably should start doing my eyebrows once a week, seeing as they grow back so quickly. But anyway, I filmed this yesterday, and honestly, I just felt really gross and ugly. So my skin was looking awful. It flared up quite a lot more than usual anyway. And I've let myself go a bit during quarantine. I'm sure I'm not the only one. But when I was filming this, I just felt really like bleh. So I thought, what better way to make myself feel better than to ensure that one's eyebrows are at least plucked, even if they aren't shaped or looking perfect. I won't lie, my next step is going to be to shape, trim and prettify them, but my glow up is probably going to take a couple more days, so let's not run before we can walk. But yes, even though I sped up the plucking of my eyebrows, they were so hairy that it took such a long time, hence why it is sped up. Okay, so now to my actual, let's call it a deep cleanse routine. Before I start my routine, I, like many other people I'm sure, tie my hair up and put a headband on. I must say that I'm impressed by those people who can wash their face without having to tie their hair up. I envy you. So I start my routine by turning on only the hot tap as I want to open up my pores. I splash warm to hot water onto my face. However, I do not want the water to be too hot so that it dries out and irritates my skin due to it damaging or stopping moisture from being absorbed. The face wash I use is from a company called Environ. As my mum's a beauty therapist, she often uses this brand with her clients. I started to use their brand new face wash called Clarity Sebu-Wash. Its purpose is to help cleanse and remove any dirt or excess surface oils whilst maintaining the skin's natural moisture balance. While I have dry skin, I also have very oily skin, so I find that this product really helps with the balance. This is so embarrassing. Usually this face wash is really foamy, but for some reason when I was recording, it just wasn't playing ball. Anyway, to ensure that I have got into every pore that I opened with that warm water, I use just a cheap facial cleansing brush. I like to do a once over all over my face just to remove any dead skin cells. I try to avoid my eyes just because I don't want to remove any elasticity that I have under them, but also as they are dry, I just don't want to cause any damage to the skin. I then wash my face with lukewarm to cold water in order to cool the skin and close my pores to avoid them becoming blocked further down the line. Throughout this whole face wash, it is important to get your neck because this is also an area in which dirt can occur. So you may have seen with the facial cleansing brush that I didn't really scrub my nose that much, and that was because I will be doing a deep cleanse with this all day fine pore mint paste for pore cleansing and correcting, and to be honest with you, I find this product incredible. So as the all day fine pore mint paste is starting to dry, I like to then put on a face mask. And I use the Green Tea Purifying Clay Mask Pore Care and Deep Cleansing by Skin 79. I swear by this mask. It helps to extract all nasties from my skin and it leaves it once it's washed off feeling really healthy, glowy. It feels like it's brought everything natural to the surface that needs to be there in order to keep your skin healthy. It has a shine. I find with the green tea in the skin that it's a sort of anti-inflammatory type product. It helps to remove the redness around my chin and sort of my spot prone areas, but also it helps to take away and reduce any oiliness that I have in my T-zone. And I've read really positive reviews about having green tea in terms of being an anti-inflammatory and antioxidant and to really help with hormonal acne. So anything I can do that helps and that I see result, I'm going to use. Speaking of green tea, while waiting for the clay mask and paste to dry, which is usually around 10 to 15 minutes depending on how thick you've put on, I tend to make a cup of tea. Whilst the kettle is boiling, I find something to watch on YouTube. It usually happens to be the Q2 Hand channel. If you don't know who they are, I highly recommend them. They're really funny, but super clever when it comes to DIY. If you're confused as to why there are 2 cups here, I wasn't being greedy, I was making a drink for my mum. I usually find a video that is the same length as the drying process, so that I know once it's over, it's time to clean my face. Okay, so once the paste and mask are dry, I go back into the bathroom. I start with the paste. It comes with a pore cleaner, so all I do is wet the pore cleaner with water and then using the smaller bristles on the cleaner, I gently massage my nose to generate foam and exfoliate. Once I'm satisfied with the exfoliation, I then wet my whole face using lukewarm water. I want to wash the paste off, but more importantly, I want to get the clay mask wet in order for it to be cleaned off properly. Then, using a flannel, I begin the lengthy process of cleaning my face. When I first started using the clay mask, I never used a flannel. However, I found that I was unable to completely clear my face with the mask. One thing to note with this mask, with the parts of the green tea in it, it's a really messy process. The green tea particles get everywhere in your sink when you initially start to clean your face. I think it's important not to use the face wash at this point also, as my skin has already had a lot of substances on it, I don't want to dry it out even more, or even, I don't want to clean it too much. Our faces need its natural oils. As there has been a lot of exfoliating of my face during this process, a lot of my skin's natural oils have been scrubbed away. Because of this, I want to 1. Soothe my skin, 2. Add hydration back to it, and 3. Brighten it to have a healthier look. Because of this, I use Soul Girl's Beauty Secret Moisturising Sheet Mask by Skin 79. I find that this product really helps to soothe and reduce redness, as well as to help bring hydration back to my skin. These things are bloody tricky to put on your face though. And then with additional moisture that I get from inside the pack, I tend to just put it all over my neck and put it on my arms because they tend to be quite dry areas that I think also need some hydration. Oh my god! I then use the Environ oil. It includes vitamin A, which is designed to ease acne and blemish skin. And I mix this in to the Environ lotion, which is a non-oily lotion designed to help combat the signs of breakouts and assist in improving the texture and tone of breakout-prone skin. I only place the 2 on my chin because that's where most of my breakouts occur. Then, in the areas in which have been clear, I then add a super moisture, mainly around my eyes and my nose, because that is where a lot of my dry skin happens. This once again adds hydration and helps with the balance of my skin's natural oils. So that is the end of my deep clean routine that I do once a week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please press the like button, and whilst you're down there, if you're feeling generous, please press the subscribe button. Also, let me know what your guys' routine is. Bye!